Yo guys, what's going down? It's MC Noble here. Welcome back to another stream. Today I've got a little bit more information to address to you people about the 5 years of MC Noble, and this is kind of my fault, this is kind of your fault, but probably mainly my fault. So you guys know we released this flyer last night 6 PM for the 5 years of MC Noble. And I've had a fair few people asking me, like, where is this, where's the venue, where's it happening, blah blah blah, etc. Now, for those of you like who haven't like noticed, if I just actually pin and zoom, it does state here underneath 5 years of MC Noble, it says Facebook Live. Now this is because it's a Facebook Live event. So I've hired out a venue for a private party, and you guys are going to watch it through Facebook Live on my MC Noble page. Now, quite rightly, I actually on here haven't displayed like which Facebook Live page it was going to be on, which in my case, you know, that's my fault, and I hold my hands up. But a lot of people seem to be like typically asking like, where's the venue, where's this going to be held, like how much will the tickets be, etc. And there isn't a ticket price, like it's a Facebook Live event. And although yes, this flyer does display some like stuff that doesn't display some information that maybe should be on the flyer, I've been planning 5 years of MC Noble since the beginning of 2020, and I've stated in live streams and I've stated on Facebook posts and Instagram posts, I've stated many a times that this will be a Facebook Live event. And even though I do this, I still get people like every time I share the poster or something asking where this is, where's it going to be happening, where's it going to be taking place. So I will say this once and I will say this again. It's a Facebook Live event. So like I say, we've hired out a venue and we will be hosting a private party in the venue. So I will be having friends and family. So friends and family are welcome to come down to the event. Obviously the people who are going to be playing, they're going to be down in the venue as well. And literally what you guys do is basically watch through Facebook. So on my MC Noble Facebook page, we will go live at a certain time, and there will be music throughout the day from DJs and Pacific specified MCs, right, who have helped, who are going to help make this obviously a day to remember. So I thought I would really just make this live stream to just sort of like explain to you guys sort of what's going to happen, because a lot of people were like asking where this is going to be, and I know like this stream isn't really going to answer that like properly, because not everybody will watch it, and there'll still be people that will ask where this place is going to be. But I am going to actually change the poster just a little bit. I'm actually going to like put a little bit of writing, you see, where it's just under the Facebook Live. I'm gonna like specify that it's gonna be live on my MC Noble Facebook page and the Forever Young Radio Facebook page as well, just to give people a little bit more of an idea, so when they are looking at the poster, they do obviously see. But yeah, I mean, especially like somewhere down here, it should have really originally been where it should have displayed it. And I do obviously want to say a massive apology to people if I actually misled them or anything like that. But you know, it's as far as it goes. You know, like it says Facebook Live, so like I thought in a way that would kind of like 5 years of MC Noble Facebook Live. That I like, to me, if I read that and I didn't see like the name of a venue on here, I'd be thinking like, yeah, it's a Facebook Live event. Like it's Facebook Live. There's obviously no like postcode and venue name. So like if I was personally like just stumbling through Facebook and I was reading this and you know I saw this lineup and it said Facebook Live underneath here, I would be like, yeah, it's a Facebook Live event. Now, you know, me being me, I would probably just put a comment like underneath, and I'd say like, look, is this just a Facebook Live event, or is there a venue to go to as well? But I would still get the gist, like within the first place, that this event would have something to do with Facebook Live. But quite rightly, I should have displayed a little bit more about it being a Facebook Live event, which, like I say, I do apologise about that. And yes, I have made this event myself. So basically, because I will have been emceeing 5 years, basically we're putting a little party on. But we're doing it through Facebook Live because we're doing competitions, and we're doing some like pretty cool stuff. And like I say, it's going to go on for a good few hours during that day, and we're just going to absolutely see how it goes. Now, I also just want to briefly talk to you guys about another situation that people might be thinking about and people might be worrying about, and that is the coronavirus. Now, currently, as it states and as it stands right now, none of the upcoming gigs that I am playing at, why is it ages away? I wanted to get everything in place because I've never organised an event before. It's something I've never done. And, you know, obviously, like, a lot of people, like, I mean, you know, the 1st of August is like it's like a prime summertime. A lot of festivals happen, a lot of, like, summer events happen. You know, a lot of people will be like, right, we're hosting you know, like a big summer event. Some of these DJs would quite rightly be playing at one of them like summer events. So like if I organised it now while we're in winter, while I know like 8 months or 9 months down the line the date's going to be free, you know, I could grab people to do this. Now obviously if people got like the booking of a lifetime opportunity, you know, I wouldn't expect them to cancel that just to do this. This is only something Facebook Live. They're not really going to get too much out of it other than, you know, it's just like a fun day of streaming. But however, you know, I wanted to make sure that people were actually going to be, you know, down for doing this, and that people were actually going to do this. And you know, that people would actually say yes. If I asked like people like a month or like 3 weeks before the event was going to happen, it would be a little bit cramped to organise everything, you know, and plus I've got to like plan all the merchandise. I've got to print the CDs and stuff like that we're going to be using on the day. So there's a lot that we've got to do in order to get this ready. And like I say, because I've never planned an event before, I've never done anything up on this scale. I wanted to make sure that we did it early, and I wanted to make sure that we did it right. But going back onto the other topic, I've had no emails yet. I've had no like confirmation that anything that I am doing like upcoming wise is, you know, cancelled due to obviously what's going on at the moment. Obviously if I get an email, if anything happens and I'm no longer playing anywhere, no longer performing anywhere, I will obviously be sure to start off a stream and let you guys know that. But as of right now, my Alliance and my Keeping It Core, they're still freshly going at the moment. Now these two events, they're not like on the scale of like something absolutely humongous, so like I can't really see them being like, I mean, like I could sort of see them being cancelled, but I really couldn't at the same time, because they're not on like a massive scale. Bar to B, where Alliance is held, is just like it's a little, well, it's a pub that sort of gets transformed into a little nightclub area, and that is sort of the same with Keeping It Core. It's not like some sort of like big sort of like you know, it's not like a massive event with like 5 or 6 headliners or anything like that. It's not like a big like HTID. It's not like a massive field festival. Obviously, they're only something like within on like a small scale. So it's not like, although like, you know, there's a possibility that something like that could end up like finishing, you know, being put off, or maybe a date could get postponed or something. Like, if that didn't happen, like, I wouldn't be overly surprised, because they're not on the scale of something massive, and because of like the age group that sort of go to these sort of things, like young people like my age and people like a little bit older but not that much, like I can't really see it being like too much of a bother, like with it being like based around a lot of hardcore, like a lot of younger sort of people like sort of like it. Like, obviously you aren't gonna get like I don't know, like it's not something like you really see a lot of like OAPs go into, like, because hardcore's not really, you know, it'd be a bit too like heavy for them. It's more like my age group, people like 10 years older than me, maybe 20 years older than me, that go to these. But I mean, never say never. But as far as I know at the moment, the up and coming gigs that I'm doing, that I'm booked to perform at, are still obviously going to go ahead. And you know, they're still happening at the moment, as I'm obviously currently streaming this right now on the 12th of March 2020. But I thought I'd touch up on that because, you know, it's a thing that could happen. You know, I could be booked anywhere, I could be booked somewhere on a bigger scale, you know, you never know, and then flop, bang, it could be, you know, it could not happen. One of my friends from Hull today actually just announced that they got booked to play at a festival. So as of right now, they're booked to play a festival in July. But, you know, could something like that, you know, how the future plans. I mean, that's on a bigger scale. That's like tents full of people. That's going to get like crowded. There's going to be like over 500 people attending that place. It's going to be absolutely massive, you know, if things carried on. You would never know what would happen. So to rightly wonder and to rightly sort of like ask, or to rightly think like, are you still doing your upcoming gigs? You know, you would be right to ask, and you know, you'd be right to think. So I thought I would address it because, you know, then it just lets people know, and if people like are sort of like wanting to know like if they were planning on coming, just to let you know that I am still playing at them. And obviously, you know, it's down to your own will if you want to come and see me play, and that sort of thing. But anyway, like I say, 5 years of MC Noble is a Facebook Live event. For anybody who was asking like, where do I attend, where do I go, it's a Facebook Live event. Okay, that's why it says Facebook Live here, and because it's through Facebook Live. The date obviously right there is here, but I am going to do some little edits. You know, I'm going to put like a little bit of writing just up in here. Hopefully I can fit it in. Hopefully I should be able to fit something in, but we'll have to see. Obviously, hopefully that I obviously can. If not, I might be able to put something down at the bottom, just next to bar, in the little space there. There might be a little something that I will be able to put in. But we're gonna have the stream like organised. We're gonna have the stream like hopefully botted as well. I'm gonna try and look into like getting bots for the stream and stuff, and have like moderators. So like if people are like, you know, doing sort of, you know, spreading negativity and stuff, that can be just like rightfully be removed from the stream, or get warnings and get timed out and stuff like that. I want to plan it so we have like a really good day. We have a really good atmosphere throughout the whole event. No like negativity. So everybody's enjoying the music. Everybody's taking part. and everybody's having a good time. And obviously, like I say, we've got some like items that we are gonna like competition and give away, which is gonna be good, and it's gonna like hopefully really boost you know, MC Noble going on 5 years, because 5 years is astonishing. Like, I never even pictured that I would get to 5 years, but all I can say is like 5 years is like a crazy number to get to. I know like some people have like done it a lot longer. Like, I know someone who's done it 25 years, I know someone who's done it 30 years, but for me it's just absolutely amazing, and I know deep down right now that I absolutely love it. It's my dream, it's my passion, and you know, just to get put on a poster and to bring out a new MC and to write new lyrics and just to do what I love is just absolutely fantastic. And you know, if you can really do something that makes you happy, it's just an absolutely fantastic feeling. Obviously so many people support me, people, you know, even who are on this lineup, they've all helped me in some kind of way during the 5 years. I mean, people here that play at Alliance who have like given me the opportunities to play at Alliance, like I say, Sniper, he sort of like stood next to me as I did my first ever like set on a microphone in a nightclub. I was B2B. He sort of showed me like when to go in time with the other MC, helped me so much. I mean, you know, so many people on here. I mean, Healy has given me the opportunities and the bookings at the unrestricted drum and bass events. You know, people who have just helped me so many times, and just, you know, being there as good friends as well outside of the music, and we're just going to have an absolutely fantastic day. And obviously Freestyle Bar to Bar has helped me so much since the day he messaged me out of the blue and said, I want to help you, and I want to train you up so you're better and so you can smash more gigs. And honestly, since then I've been getting on flyers, since I've been doing back to back with him and making rap tracks and everything like that. And I mean, like, even when we do Keeping It Core, he's coming down with me, and he's, you know, he's there to, you know, he's been like a bit like a teacher, and he's just like, you know, he's seeing me now doing stuff that he, you know, did years ago and still does occasionally, and now he's like, I guess in a way it's a bit like seeing a mini him, and it's just absolutely fantastic. So anyway, I thought I'd come live and just let you guys know a bit more about this, that it's Facebook Live, and I thought I'd just touch up on obviously the virus and everything, and you know that I'm still booked as of at the moment to do the things that I have obviously upcoming. So through the weekend I won't be live too much, probably not at all. Possibly might be live tomorrow, but after tomorrow you probably won't catch me live till in the weekday again. So next week is going to be a busy week for me. I've got my midweek session on Wednesday through my Facebook Live page. We're going to be doing a special Keeping It Core warm-up session, and I'm going to start sorting something out for a little promo for Alliance and stuff like that. I'm back with my radio shows on Mondays and Tuesdays. I've then obviously got to sort out, you know, other stuff for Keeping It Core as well. So next week is kind of like the exciting week, the preparing week, the week commencing the do, as I always like to call it. I always say the week commencing the do. And you know, obviously I'll try and throw in some lives, obviously, like where I can. If anything, like Monday and Tuesday will be like the most chilled out days probably, apart from obviously my radio shows, but sort of like Wednesday, Thursday, they're going to be like my sort of like, you know, I've got my sort of like promo to do. I've got to like sort out, you know, my microphone and stuff, make sure that it's all good, getting it all ready to take in the little man bag, and then obviously, like I say, we've got to go ahead and get things sorted, get the wheels in motion, I've obviously got to decide what I'm gonna wear, like stage wise. I was thinking about making a t-shirt. I don't know what I would do yet. I was thinking about like a HDID t-shirt or something, or like something to do with like rave music or something like that. I was possibly thinking about like keeping it core, but I'm not entirely sure, because the thing about keeping it core is, like, if I got the keeping it core t-shirt done, like, that would be like, it'd be wicked. Like, in one way, like, you would have it as a memory, like that was the t-shirt from when you did that gig. But at the same time, like, because like this could be also like maybe a one-off thing. Like, obviously I'm not obviously going to be going and doing it regular, but you know, would like having that like, I got my stomping t-shirt, and you know, I go to stomping like, you know, once a month usually, maybe like once every other month, and I wear the t-shirt because it you know, it's like a thing I wear, it support the event. But making a keeping it core one, when the chances are like I'll be doing this one, and then I mean I'll probably do another one in the future, but it might not be like for a long time. So I'm just kind of thinking, like, if I got the t-shirt done, would it, you know, how would it roll? But then like with HDID, I'm just thinking like, how would that roll? So I'm just not, you know, I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna look through some designs. I'm gonna see, like, especially like what goes on. I'm definitely digging the need of a new hat. I think like I want another hat as well. I think it'd be quite nice just to have a few different hats to like switch between. So like, because I got the red one, so I'm thinking like possibly like a blue hat that also says MC Noble, and then maybe a green hat at some point. So like, sometimes I can wear the red one, sometimes I can wear the green one. But obviously, like, you know, that's not like a big need at the moment, but I'm just trying to think like how I can, like, you know, sort of like go forward into sort of like how we roll and stuff like that. And I think definitely, like, you know, I think wearing a hat for me, it's become like, because I never used to wear hats, but wearing a hat for me now, like, I've kind of like really fallen in love with wearing hats, and like doing a set and having a snapback on, and sort of like if I'm going anywhere to like a rave, like wearing the snapback hat. So I'm kind of thinking like, yeah, if I could, like, you know, pick sort of like just between a couple of colours into which one I'm going to wear that day, you know, rather than wearing the same one all the time, I think would be, you know, would be an absolutely cracking idea. But we'll see anyway. But keeping it core is just, like I say, very close now, so I've just got to start doing them little like minor details that you obviously don't think about like first off. Like, you know, you don't suddenly like get a massive gig and think, oh, what am I going to wear, when it's like, you know, when it's like 4 months in advance. But obviously when you get a little bit closer, you then sort of start to think, right, you know, it's coming up, right, so what am I going to wear, blah blah blah. So we'll definitely sort something out. I want to look good, I want to look cool, and I want to look groovy for taking on the mighty keeping it core stage. And I definitely want people to remember the name, because I'm going to a place where you know, a fair few people won't have heard of me. I'm reaching out to a new audience, so I want them to like look me up online after the event and say, oh, you came down to keeping it core, you know. So have you been to any, have I been to any clubs? Yeah, I've done, well, I started MCing in 2015, just purely spitting rhymes in the bedroom, and then 2017 I got the opportunity to do a little gig at my local rugby club, which was quite decent for me at the time. I was terrible at the time, you know, I'll say it now, I'll admit it live, obviously on stream. You know, like, well, I wasn't terrible, but I mean, if you look back then, and if you were to look at me now, you would see an improvement, right? You would see like where I've changed, you would see like how I've improved. 2018 was a pretty bad year for me. Didn't really do much with the music, just MC'd on Facebook, etc., back in the bedroom type thing. I did, as a matter of fact, decorate like a little shed into a studio, but other than that, like, I didn't really do much gigs. I didn't even go to like hardly any raves. Like, I planned to do so much but just didn't. And then late 2018 I got talking to a guy from Hull who was going to start putting on a local event in 2019, so I went down to his event and he put me on. He let me have a little like 10-minute blast, and that's where it really started for me. And then like every so often, well, at every event going on for a while, he would like let me have, say, like 10 minutes at the end of the night on the mic, or like he'd put me on like just with a B2B with somebody for so long. And then in June he actually like officially put me on the flyer, said, listen, look, you're on the lineup, blah blah blah. And literally after then, I carried on. You know, when he didn't put me on the flyer, he still said, listen, look, you know, you can jump on. Then I started gigging with Alliance, got a residency there, and now obviously I'm going up to Keeping It Core. I did the rugby club again last year, returned there for the first time in a couple of years, and you know, it's going on from there. My PSN, right, I'm going to tell you my PSN, but please, I mean, laugh if you want to laugh, I mean, but I didn't realise at the time, but my PSN is HTID_hardcore 21. It was supposed to be hardcore, but when I wrote it, I misspelt hardcore and I missed the D, so it actually says hardcore. So HTID_hardcore. So it's like HARCORE. That's my PSN, literally. But going back to your stream earlier, I wasn't like, I swear I wasn't trying to like grab information or anything like that, or being, literally what it was is, someone I know said that he watched the guy from Hull. I've been going to Hull quite a lot recently, you know, various gigs, etc. And he said that you used to MC, and literally, like, I looked it up, and I looked up your channel, blah blah blah, and you know, it obviously fair play that you did, you know, fair play, but it, you know, obviously a long time ago, I wasn't even born then, but I just, you know, I looked at your channel, and at first, like, you just didn't give that like appearance of being an MC, but obviously if you've done it years ago, you know, you've obviously changed since then. But you know, I just took the motive of, like, you know, my friend told me, I was kind of like, are you sure this is actually like true? So I just sort of like, when I saw you alive, I was like, I'll ask if you were, you know, that sort of thing. And you know, if you were, like, obviously, you know, cool, fair play, man, you know, all of that sort of stuff. But you know, fair, yeah, I mean, a few years before I was born, but you see, I'm quite good friends with a freestyle, and I think he started around 92, possibly. Well, he started originally in the late 80s, I know that, but that was down south, and then in like 92, sort of 93 maybe, he did actually come up to Hull, so you know, I just thinking like you might have known him or heard of him or done something with him at some point, you know. Right, let me see if I can I'll get my stream up on my iPad, and I'll type it in the chat for you. Yeah, I'll add you, bro. I'll add you when I'm not streaming, man. But you know, no bother, no, you know, no sweat, no anything like that. But you know, like I say, you know, I obviously, there might be an underscore after the hardcore, but there we go. But yeah, but literally just before we do cut off, I'll wherever we are, so get these. I swear I got my, yeah. Alright, yeah, so here right, so I'll just get these, right. Yeah, so literally, this is my alliance, so I, on here, down there, for hosting the pre-party from 6 till 8. This poster is fairly old, because that guest DJ has been announced, but there's actually Vibes and Tripping on this one from up north. And then this one here is Keeping It Core. This is like a big UK hardcore type thing. DJ C, all of that stuff. Restless, stuff like that. And then one I did in January was a stomping first birthday with JD Walker, Paulo, Rob IYF, and like I say, there was Pursuit was doing this one as well, Monster, Digital Error, a couple of like old school people. They had 2 rooms open of hardcore and hard dance, that sort of thing. But yeah, this one was definitely a blast. If any of you people didn't check out my social media for this, and I think I also put a video up on YouTube of mine and Snipers B2B, and they actually made a CD pack after the event, and there was like 6 discs. I think there was the Rob IYF disc, there was the Paulo disc, there was JW, there was Jester, and there was Frank's. And I think that was about it, if I'm honest. Oh no, I think the Dave Fallows disc as well, I think possibly. But or it was maybe I can't remember like fully, but it was a monster of an event. And I also done one as well, which I forgot to add. I did this little just a little free drum and bass event. Just a little, you know, did that with freestyle in Vega, blah blah blah. You know, I'm sure you get the gist. You know, no, like, you know, not that I'm trying to like prove anything, that, you know, that's not me. I just showing people. But yeah, this is the one I'm putting on myself. Celebrating 5 years of myself being an MC, obviously. So I just bagged up a little lineup of like some local talent that's coming up really. Some people that have done it for quite a while, and some who are obviously up and coming. Bar to Bar, that's also me as well. Me and Freestyle, we duo as Bar to Bar. We write rap tracks, etc. Blah blah blah. But yeah, some of the MCs on here are from Scarborough. Some of the DJs are as well. But there we go. So yeah, that's going to do it for this live anyway. Like, comment, share. Catch you guys next time.